Okay. So if you have other questions, put them in this little chat thing. Um, but the book I was um, playing is Sell or Be Sold. Guys, it is so good. I used to think that, I don't know, I would say until the past couple of months, I really wasn't big on self-development. Like I was, but I wasn't big on like getting sales books and like actually using them. Grant Cardone has a lot of good sales books. Like you might think, okay, my mind's positive and all that stuff, but like sales techniques, this book has really helped me. And I sent those other ones in the group page. It's literally crazy. So yesterday I read the 4 color personalities for MLM. It's a $5 book. It was like an hour long. It was an audio book. So worth it because even though I've done the personality test, I was like, okay, cool, like personality, whatever. But this is going to help you so much with your team and your business. So, for example, in the book, he says, have you ever ran across somebody that says, hey, like, give me information on your products or give me information on the business, and then all of a sudden they say, yeah, never mind, not interested. Well, that's because you're talking to them on a different level that they don't understand. So, for example, okay, so I'm going to just tell you the 4 personalities. It's green, red, yellow, and blue. Green and red people, this is like exaggerated examples, but are people that don't like to hug, they don't like confrontation, they don't like people, they're like super, I don't want to talk to you, like I'm not big on social events, stuff like that. So those are your greens and the reds. Now green people are usually like electricians, doctors, people with tons of information. That these are people that literally will study every single sentence, can tell you, every single thing before buying something. They're going to look at every single price that every other competitor has. So if they're joining your business, they've probably looked at every other MLM and they're going to, like make sure this is the MLM that, they're being in. They're usually loyal because of that reason, because they've already studied up on you and everything you've got to offer. And then they are very to themselves. They're not going to walk up and hug you. They're not very social. If they were to come into like a room, they would sit by themselves. Those are your green personalities. That's like a strict green personality. So they have to have all the details, and they have to everything. Like these are your people who ask you for every single ingredient list, like all of that stuff. So they're very, very good leaders because, like I said, they've studied up on every single thing. So you want these people on your team and you want them as customers because they know what they're talking about. Like seriously, they know all the details. So every single color is good to have on your team and it's good to have as a customer. So your next is red. Red people are all about the money. They don't care this is me, guys. When I joined, I just wanted to know about the money. I didn't even know the company name and I signed up. Okay, like I saw the compensation plan. I was like, how much you make? $6,000 a month? Yeah, sounds good. Sign me up. Like I just care about the money, right? So, obviously I don't just care about the money, but that's what got me going. Like I was like, okay, tell me about the money. So they're very good boss people. These are usually your business people, CEOs, and you want them on your team because these are people that get stuff done. Like they have to have it done right this second. So these are your people that usually like cleaning the house or something, like it has to be done right then. Like nothing can be dirty. Like they're also not huggers. They're not very social. That is totally me. I'm like crazy red and I like my details, so I'm green. So then you have your yellows. Yellows are the helpful huggers, okay? They love people. They'll come up and hug you. They are very social. If they see somebody sitting alone, they will go sit with them. They are all in your business and about your products to help people or help themselves. When they sign up for your team, they don't care about the money. They're not caring about the details. They really don't care about anything except, okay, how do these products help people? How do these products, help young moms rid their stretch marks, help people lose weight? Like, that's what they care about. That's why they're going to join your business. If you start telling them about the money, they don't care, okay? They're only interested in helping people. So obviously you can be more than one color, right? I feel like everybody, and at some point, like for example, if you're a mom, you're going to have to be yellow, right? You're going to have to come to that yellow, okay, like it's okay. I forgot to say this about reds, but reds don't put up with any negativity. So like if somebody comes to them with like BS, they're just like, bye, whatever, like don't talk to me. I don't care about your excuses. Like they're very hard-headed people. Yellows, on the other hand, will sit and comfort you. Like they're helpful people, okay? You want them on your team because they're going to, bring people up when they're down, and then they're going to, bring in those people that want to help, right? So if you have an event, they're like, what can I bring? How can I help? While the reds are like, what money's in it? And then the greens are like, okay, well, give me all the information. I need every single piece of information. Now, the blues are your talkative people, okay, that you can't get any word in, and it's not because they're ignoring you. It's not because they are being mean. They just have their mind is going like crazy miles per hour, and they have to get everything out. They're thinking about 20 other things while you're thinking about one. So, these are your people that you're in an elevator and they're the one to strike up the conversation and like tell you all about their life history, and you haven't even said anything. You're just in the elevator. Like, that's your blue people. Your blue people, if you walk into like a banquet, you see a bunch of talkative people, they're going to go sit with those talkative people. They're very social. They're huggers. You want these people on your team, especially because they're going to recruit the most amount of people, because they literally just care about the people. So when they're signing up with you, or they're signing up as a customer, they just care about how many people they can meet, how many new people they can talk to, how many new friends they can make. Like they're just all about the people. So why am I telling you this? So for example, let's say that you have somebody joining your team and they're a red, and you're telling them, this is so great because you're going to make so many friends. They don't care about the friends. What did I say? Red? I can't remember now. But so let's say you're talking to a yellow about the money. They're like, I don't care about the money. How many people can this help? Right? If you're talking, so ways to spot these people, and this is crazy because I've seen it, even in customers' eyes. So customers that come to you first, that are saying, telling you their whole life story, and they just want to lose weight, but you're like, why are you telling me all this stuff? And they're like telling you about, like I used to go to the gym in high school, and like I used to do this, and then my mom like did this. They're telling you like their whole life story. That's a blue. They're talking to you. They're all about building a relationship with you. They really don't even care about the products. Just listen, okay? Just listen to what they have to say. Tell them, I understand. Don't make it a big thing because they're not listening to you. They just care about getting their point across. Okay, so that's how you spot a blue. For the red, they're going to be asking you about the money, right? So tell them about the money. If they have questions about compensation, give them, the income chart and ask them, how much are you looking to make, because they care about the money. If you're telling somebody about the business, and they're wanting all the information, the history of it works, like, give them some valuable information. Be like, what other details or questions do you have? Wait on them, because they're researching stuff. For your yellow people, they're talking about, okay, well, like, how long have you been around, and how many people, does this help? Do the products really work? They really care about the people. So tell them, this business is wonderful. You're literally going to be able to help so many people, because, either providing them with an extra income or finding products that actually work to help them reach their goals. Those are what the yellow people talk about. So don't tell them, oh yeah, and by the way, yeah, you get to help all those people, but you could make $6,000 a month or 20 grand, or you can even make 50. Like, save that for the reds, okay? Because they're not interested in that. So that being said, I'm still using the same 2 scripts. So basically what I do is, and then I'm talking about, I'm waiting on their response. So at that point, and this is like joining the business. So somebody wants to join the business. I'm like, basically what I do is that whole script. If they ask me questions, how much money is in it? I'm thinking they're a red, so I'm going to tell them all about the compensation plan, all about how much we can make. And I feel like this is really helpful, right? Because instead of telling them, they're asking about the money, but yet I'm trying to tell them, this is going to provide so many open doors for you to make new friends. Like, they don't care about the friends, they care about the money. For that blue person, really stress to them about how many new friends they're going to meet and how many new people they get to talk to. Also, blue people really like to take excited, try new things. So they're your people that try new things. So that's somebody I can think of, like so many people that joined my team that literally told me, oh, I just want to try something new. And I didn't know, like, oh, you're a blue personality. That just really helps. So use this to help you. So somebody's talking about the money, talk about the money. If they want the details, show them the details. If they're asking how many people this helps and, how, I've even had people ask me, how does this help you? As like from a customer standpoint, they'll be like, well, do you get commission off of this? Yeah, girl, you're helping me so much. She's a yellow, okay? Like, it's just, give them what they want to hear, and watch for these things because that's their personality. Instead of, shying them away with something they're not. So hopefully that makes sense. I definitely recommend reading that book because that's where I got all this information from. But especially people on your team, like, just know, you need every single one of these colors to really have a good team, because it's not just, the reds or the greens or the yellows or the blues that make up a perfect team. Like, it's everybody. Like, everybody's different, but you want everybody to have, and if you only have a couple people on your team or you don't have anybody, like, it's okay. They're coming. Those people are coming to you. So I didn't start out with anybody. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, that's just some tips. And I think it's really cool because going back to it, I think like, oh, I'm not a red personality. Like, I stick to myself and stuff, but like, and then they were talking about the money and I was like, well, that's exactly why I signed up. Like, and I think everybody signs up to make an extra income, of course, but some people care about other things more, So those are some things to watch for. Other than that, I really recommend at least reading like one audiobook, I would say every couple of weeks. This is really going to change your business. It's changed my business just in the last couple of months that I really started being disciplined with it. So like really making it my homework and being like, okay, I have to listen to this today, instead of just being like, oh, like I could listen to that audiobook that I bought, but I don't know, like it's all right. Like, just turn it on. Sometimes I'll just take a bath and I'll just listen to it and I'll work in the bath. I think it's really relaxing. So y'all have any questions about, this girl just texted me, hey, I want to lose 20 pounds, and she's got like this big of a paragraph. She's a blue. Anyways, do y'all have any questions? Thought I had a potential client, and she's 14. Yeah, that happens sometimes. They look so much older, especially these days. I'm like, what? I was wearing like those plaid capri things. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like those knee plaid shorts. That was like the style. Anyways. Definitely didn't look like that. Like they do now, and having makeup, like I couldn't even wear makeup till I was like, what, 17? Like it was crazy. 16, 17, I would say. Because my family was like, what are you wearing makeup for? You're too young for that. Craziness. Anyways, if you don't have any questions, I'll definitely let y'all get back to your night. But I hope the color thing helped. Other than that, I mean, announcements, conference is coming up. If you haven't got your conference ticket, you definitely should. It's so much fun, and it's like a vacation, right? So if you're like, oh, I can't afford a vacation, yes, you can. Okay, if you can't afford this, I'm sure you could open up a credit card by today, and you would get it in the mail by then. I know I sound crazy, but this is literally stuff I used to do because before this business, I did not have money. I would order credit cards just so I could like max them out. It was crazy. I would be like, oh, I got $300 coming in the mail because that was my limit. Like, I was crazy, but I knew that I had to invest now and enjoy later, right? So think of this as a business investment in yourself because, number one, if you don't go to conference, you're going to be left behind. All these people are going to tell you how fun it was, and then you're going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, I guess I should have went. Like, and then it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just sad. So don't do that. Definitely come. If you're sitting here thinking, I don't know if this business is for me, like just come to conference and I'll answer that for you. It's crazy. And I had to go last year when I was in school. I just told my teachers, I was like, you know what? I have a business meeting. And they were like, oh, cool. What business? Like they understood. Obviously, some professors weren't as nice. I had this guy that was like a different language, like he spoke a different language and his English was like not good. And he was just like, oh, da, 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 like, oh, and he was like mad about it. And I was like, okay. And anyways, I missed his class. And he ended up being fine with it, I guess. I made a good grade. So anyways, just talk to your teachers, especially if you tell them now. I know it's a new semester, but if you tell them now, I'm sure you can either make up the work or like do something, I'm sure. Because what day is it? Worst comes to worst. So last year I went to class all day on Thursday and then I drove through the night to get there early on Friday. And it's a tax write-off, yes. So I drove through the night to get there on Friday. And then on Friday, it's an informational session, but it's not the big session. The big one's Saturday. So if for some reason, you can't fly in until Saturday morning, come anyway, because it's so worth it. Plus you get to meet like all these top leaders. We're going to do fun things. And then if you're not there, it's just sad. It really is just sad. Because obviously I want my team there, and I want to be, with everybody. I want to meet everybody, and I can't do that if you don't come. So please come. Anyways, if you're near North Carolina, I'm flying out of Asheville. So I believe there's still seats on my plane. We could go together. If not, there is somebody going around your area, I'm sure. So definitely, you will love Cassie. She's so nice in person, but she's very intimidating. Like, I went up to her. It was crazy because like she knew my name, and I didn't think that was like a thing because I was like, she's got like 10,000 distributors. Like, there's no way. She was like, hey, Allison, you're on Lindsay's team, right? And I was like, me? You talking to me? So it was crazy, but she's so nice. Yeah, she is number 2 income earner, and I think she's like slipping up to number 1. I don't know if that'll be announced at conference or not, but I think that's crazy that we're a part of such an amazing team that was literally built in 3.5 years? Or 3 years? She hasn't been in long. Just think where you could be in 2.5, 3 years if you give this your all. Like, seriously. So anyways, Other than that, if you're promoting this month or you're trying to get your 4 customers, you know, think about it as homework. I know this sounds crazy, but like most of my team is in school or has been in school, so I feel like y'all relate to this. But as far as, you know, promotions go, I looked at it as homework that I had to get done by a certain date, which is accurate because we only have, you know, like the month to get things done. So I would look at my chart and I would see, oh, there's a 400 box, there's a 250 box that needs to get done, like whatever it was. And then I would look at it and be like, okay, well, I have to get this done today, and then this done tomorrow, and then this done X day to get this done by, you know, Friday. And I would try to I would make it a do or die to knock that much out of it. So that way I was like, okay, Allison, don't procrastinate, because if you do, the last of the month, you're going to be like, oh my God, I need, you know, 30,000 in volume, and where is it? You know, so don't let it pile up. Obviously, none of y'all need 30,000. I don't even need 30,000, but I'm exaggerating. But for your promotion, don't wait and like procrastinate. Just get it done now, and then think about how good you're gonna feel when you see your E-suite, like executive, ruby, emerald, diamond, like whatever you're going for. I just think that's crazy. Because I remember when my E-suite said diamond, and I was like, me? A diamond? It's crazy. But obviously it didn't just happen. Like, I worked my booty off to get there. But I was still shocked when I saw it, because I was like, man, that was so hard, but it was so worth it. Anyways, come to conference. It's life-changing. I don't really have anything else to say. So I guess I'm going to get off of here. But I hope you'll have an amazing night, and I hope the color thing helped. I'm going to put it on YouTube. Wish I could, like, edit this part of the video out. It's okay. They can just listen, like, cut me off. It's fine. All right, bye, guys. Thanks for being on.